It'd been real funny if it flew up and wonk. Anyway, there's actually a point to this, believe it or not. Welcome back to our little
I'm back on camera.
podcasty, vloggy thing that we do every week.
Called the
Roundtable.
Because the table
is
still
round. It's, well, for now,
we might call it the square table if we get one.
Well, this table is literally its last leg. I don't know, one leg just isn't. It's like wonky.
Welcome to the wobbly round table.
Yeah, welcome to the wobble. Anyway, normally we do video game news and toy news, collectible news, but it's kind of slow. Like we said last week, the big games started to trickle out. I managed the good friends who don't mind loaning money. Got Assassin's Creed 3.
Assassin's Credo 3, though.
I got it for the multiplayer, personally, because I don't care about the single player. If you do, you do. Whatever.
Yeah.
I love it. To me,
that's the game that started the floodgates.
it's just, and then this coming week it's Halo, and then next week it's Black Ops, and then
Assassin's Creed 3, Forza Horizon,
Need for Speed.
Zone of the Enders.
Oh yeah, that came out. Yeah,
I got that too, which I have to play. And then this week it's
that was a good game back in the day.
Yeah, and then tomorrow night is one of the biggins.
Halo 4.
Halo 4.
Which actually I want to touch on. If you don't know, there's a good article over on ScrewAttack.com that actually explains it probably more than we can.
Yeah.
It has, much like most games do these days, it has basically a season pass for DLC and sort of an online pass. The thing is, if you don't get the season pass when you get this game new, you miss out on like 4 things.
You miss out.
You just about can't even play the multiplayer without it.
You can play some, but you can't play a lot.
Yeah.
You miss out on the first day. The first DLC package will be out the same day.
Instead, apparently, because in the old Halos, there were different playlists. It's like if you have the DLC, go to this playlist, they'll have those. Apparently, they didn't do that with this one.
This time.
So yeah, and that's disappointing, and it's even more disappointing because they did it because they know people will buy into it, which is sad. And I can honestly say after Borderlands 2, I mean, it's whatever. I got the season pass for Borderlands 2, but it's like. By the way, my one Borderlands, I had a character, and it kind of crashed.
Oh, wow.
I can't even play it anymore.
Oh, wow, you had to start over?
But if you have troubles with a character, my thing, it started to manifest itself. I would see certain textures not loading, and odd enemy difficulties. It would say it's my level, but I wouldn't be able to scratch it with anything I have.
Right.
What finally kind of made me start over was I'd go to every machine in any area, even areas I hadn't been to yet, in the story of that playthrough. I was looking at a level 50 gun that didn't even do 2,000 damage.
Oh, wow.
So it didn't, something went wonky with the scaling of everything.
Supposedly there was some kind of saved data.
Yeah, then there's a thing where you can lose character. Also, I was just randomly losing weapons.
Oh, wow.
Other than the 4 I had equipped, I would just lose things out of my inventory.
Wow.
But if you have any random troubles, I suggest starting over and keeping an eye on it because I started over and it's working better than it did any other time I've played it.
That's good.
So go figure. I do know there's patches on the way. There's a patch coming. Apparently it could be hacked, something fierce, and they're getting ready to patch that.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you have trouble in Borderlands 2, I know it's a pain. I know you've probably done it 5 times. But just start over. If nothing else, you can pretty much, if you're decent at the game, you can just do the story missions and get through. And then that way it'll get you caught up. It gets you good XP. I'm not saying you don't have to not do the secondary, but you kind of really don't to get going. But yeah. But anyway, Halo, I mean, it's been getting reviewed through the roof.
Yeah.
And more power to it.
More 9s than anything.
I'm glad, to a point. But it still doesn't make me want to buy it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get it. As for the map pack, it'll probably have to be a later purchase because the following week after that,
it's Call of Duty or something. Yeah,
Black Ops 2.
So yeah, it's definitely
along with the HD remakes of Dragon Ball Z Budokai and Budokai 3. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, one of your favorite games got updated.
What?
Awesome Knots.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Hey, another new character. I haven't seen what the
on
character
PC, mind you.
is. It on PC? I thought it was for both.
Nope.
Nope.
The console version of Awesomenauts has been, much like Monday Night Combat, just abandoned.
Fucking Microsoft.
It is. It's Microsoft's fault. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, I mean, the red tape and hoops they make developers jump through for stuff. And if you're small, if there's,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna break it.
But it's funny. But I was talking about. Wasn't even looking at that. I was looking at the Xbox. And it was just like.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'll admit I'm more inclined to side with Xbox.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo, to me, doesn't even factor in the equation. Other than the Super Nintendo or GameCube, doesn't even factor into the equation of a console to play worth a damn. I'll give PS3 all its due credit for its graphical capability, for all its tech held within it that they can't seem to find a way to protect. So that's why it's skew.
I don't know where their ideas came for that.
It's kind of their own fault in some way. I mean, I get them not making a region lock system. I mean, it was something that was meant to make it more accessible, and then people just took advantage of it.
Well, it's that, and their lack of protection back then allowed the...
And, I got bottom dollar, the next Sony system won't be like that. It'll be more strict.
Sure. Will it be region free? I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt it. Because that to me just seems like the first kind of lock it's unlocked sort of thing.
Well,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? If somebody over in Switzerland...
Region free, I mean, basically it's just okay, you just need a capability to read this disc, where they could just leave that open.
Yeah,
they just need something to protect the rest of it.
Yeah.
And that's where they've gone wrong.
But that's why I personally, it's I'm not even... And yay, I got a job.
Yay!
In case you didn't see it.
He's got work to
It's
do.
a little thing. Hopefully I make some money, so good news for my channel. Toys and goodies. And
toys are back.
Although I can honestly say
I almost bought a toy today.
Oh yeah, what finally almost broke you? I gotta know.
Almost. Just Christmas shopping today. I started Christmas shopping today. And I was just like, I should go buy a toy, but then it was just like,
it's just Christmas shop for other people.
Yeah, I might go back another day and think. I was going to buy one of the Game Stars figures I was thinking about getting. I was just like, I'll wait, because Halo's coming out. If Halo wasn't so close, I probably would have bought it.
Yeah.
I should have went to G2K.
But I can honestly say, after being broke so long,
it's good to be back.
Well, no, I mean, it's good to get, but I'll be a lot smarter with it.
Yeah.
I mean, the first couple paychecks, no, I'm not going.
Blown.
Every cent's going to be something.
What's the first thing you're going to buy?
It's hard to say. It depends on how much the check is. Well, the first thing I got to pay my friends back for Assassin's Creed 3. So definitely got to do that. So if you see this, you know who you are. Don't worry about it. That's first, and they know that.
You gotta.
But
I see you buying some toys.
Oh, I'll buy some, but I mean, it's one of those things.
Yeah,
unlike some people, not to point fingers. I'll have the knowledge of keeping money aside for things I might want later.
Anyway.
Instead of taking unnecessary trips.
Hey, that was not an unnecessary trip. That was to a wedding, and I had fun.
Oh, God forbid.
Mind you, that...
It's okay, hold on. Let me simulate what you did, except you don't have to drive 4 hours. Do you take... And all you do is sit there. Congratulations.
No, it's more of this.
Well, you go to the damn store and get some fucking beer. There's bars around here.
And a lot more of this. Yeah, but there's a lot more classier women at these things than it was.
You got me there. Can't argue that.
Classier women.
Can't argue that. I mean, yeah. But anyway.
I'm supposed to get hooked up eventually. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. Wow, that derailed my train of thought. It really did.
Boobs always do that to a person.
Yeah. It does remind me of a funny radio ad of 98 Rock, our local rock radio station.
Oh, God.
When an ad comes on, there's one that'll go, we'll bet you're not even paying attention to this ad. Boobs! That work? Okay, back to the music. And that's it. And I'm like, that's funny.
That is funny.
But,
boobs!
yeah. But yeah, so yeah, there's that.
Yeah, and well, that's pretty much.
Goddamn trash can.
Gaming news is kind of short.
I mean, there's the big things that are coming out. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Need for Speed. Some Vita games came out. Of course,
I was thinking about getting a Vita too.
It's fun. I like it. Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation also came out. With there's two versions of that. You can either just get the standard game, or there's the bundle that came with the Light Vita.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was pretty cool. And
apparently, there was normally there's a upper edition of Assassin's Creed with a statue and flag and all this. Apparently, come to learn now, it wasn't even called Collector's Edition. It's actually referred to as GameStop Edition. They nailed that down. You can only get it at GameStop.
You know, lately some special editions are just starting to just. I mean, when they first started coming out, they were kind of cool. It's
they're cool. It's neat. I mean, depending on what's packed with them, but
I like soundtracks. I
mean, you saw what happened to all my stuff. This thing used to be full of them, and you got two things off of it, and the rest went in the trash.
I mean, a lot of it's cool, but then it's I'm paying $20 for for what?
Like the Skyrim Dragon or whatever is well, that's cool looking, but
it's cool looking,
it didn't cost them $30 to make that.
I mean, to me, I want Japan special edition.
Well,
I want the shit where, by the way, we'll also give you the 5 backlog games we had before this one come out.
Good luck on that one.
Yeah, or my personal favorite, we'll give you the strategy guide.
Yeah.
And 3 disc long soundtrack, and for the same price of the one you're going to get in America.
With an action figure.
With an action figure. And a blow-up doll on top of that for free. What do we get? We get a patch.
Speaking of video games, there is some over on entertainmentearth.com. They're having a video game toy sale that's going on. There's a lot out there. Generally their sales aren't. I mean, it's cheaper than it would normally be.
It's still not that affordable, but
it depends on what it is. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, if it's something old they probably had sitting in a warehouse, and you'll get a killer deal on it. But I mean, it's like they got the new Gordon Freeman figure just came out that you saw pictures of.
Yeah,
it's in the sale, but it'll probably just be $5 less than it would be anyway.
Well, I saw the one that was $20. So.
Yeah, which I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Other than that, I finally saw a video interview. I don't know how old it is or when it happened, but it was an actual interview with George Lucas about the whole selling to Disney thing.
Oh, it's an old interview?
Because, well, like I said, I don't know when it happened. Right. It's recent. Basically, I still kind of go with the rumors to a point that I think something's wrong with him health-wise. But he didn't look, horrible. He looked, older, but, whatever. Basically, in the interview, he just was he kind of just said the same thing he's been saying for a while. I've been wanting to retire and just not want to run a company.
Right.
Which
is nice.
To me, I don't know. It just seems okay, how much do you, really do? Yeah. And don't lie about it. I mean,
how many movies has he really directed other than...
Well, it's not even that. I mean, I'm just saying, as the head of everything that Disney bought, it's I imagine there are some hard aspects to that job, but in the same respect, it's also such a big thing that if he was smart about it, he'd have 20 people under him, to where all he has to do is be how much money does this department make? How much money does this department make?
Well, not even that. It's just don't care what you do with the movie. All you got to include is this.
Well, yeah.
Which technically is sort of what he'll be doing now, I guess.
No, not really. He's a creative consultant. So whatever you take that, but it was interesting. He's I've been wanting to kind of not be the head for a while, and he's this chick that's been his vice president for a while, he's just it just sort of happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who knows at the end of the day. I think the whole fan thing just needs to get over, because, like I said last week, everybody was the same way when the whole Marvel thing happened. and then we got Avengers, and everybody shut up. So it's...
I wasn't really... As the movie-wise, I wasn't really thinking that. I was just thinking... wasn't even thinking that they would mess up Marvel. I was just thinking, like, okay, there's going to be a Mickey Mouse comic coming out somewhere. That's what I was thinking.
And, of course, yeah, well, I mean, some things will switch hands. Like, actually just kind of got announced recently that the Clone Wars on Cartoon Network pretty much will just be this next season that they're already contracted for. Then it'll probably be going to Disney XD.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Doesn't surprise me at all. I mean...
yeah, it's just like...
And that's kind of bad, because that's one of Cartoon Network's big players, if they're not showing their DC.
Other than Adventure Time.
Well, that, yeah, which was really funny. They had a marathon today that people voted on for the birthday. And it was just like, what best friends and favorite villain, stuff like that. Yeah. And it cracked me up, like the whole marathon was pretty much Adventure Time.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it's fun shows.
But, yeah.
I mean, I'd rather see some more Johnny Bravo, but...
Well, yeah.
But I'm interested to see that Lucas is not going to be tied with the new trilogy.
He'll still get the money. I don't know. Well, see, I don't know. I keep meaning to try to look into that. Because the thing with that was, back in the day, Fox gave him all the rights to Star Wars.
I bet you're still kicking yourself in the ass for that.
And that's why he made so much damn money.
Right.
But, so it's in theory, he gave that up.
Right.
In theory. Because they have the rights, so...
But here's
who knows?
Here's what I'm wondering now, what we get. Because Disney actually, video games wise, Disney actually has their own studio. And they actually make some damn good games. I mean, you got Epic Mickey 2 coming out here soon.
Yeah, and then I saw another article. They're saying 1313, everything's just proceeding as normal, like nothing...
Nothing ever changed.
Yeah, like nothing ever changed.
Well, and technically, it's just Disney gets backing from that now, I guess.
Or something like that, yeah.
But you have, there's a whole new thing that can be opened up now.
I know, yeah.
So I see great potential in it.
Well...
Game-wise, and I see great potential in it movie-wise. I see a hot new director trying to take something and make it more awesome.
I'll still stand and say that it'll take one hell of a trailer and one hell of a synopsis to make me get in that theater for that movie. And I say that now, and I'll be first in line.
I think I'll see a lot more... It'll be a lot more CGI than it normally.
That's impossible. If you watch the behind the scenes on episode 2, it's a wonder why they paid actors. They show a couple, where they filled in with digital stunt people, and it kind of, you can learn what to notice, and then you watch the movie again, it's like... Why'd they pay actors for this? If it wasn't, from here up shot, it probably wasn't them.
The new Star Wars movie will now be made by Pixar.
Well, that wasn't necessarily...
Disney Pixar presents...
Speaking of that, when Pixar... I went and saw Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, I had to miss out on that, but...
Well, I'm kind of cross about it. I will say it's a good movie. It's doing very well in the box office. I'm not saying it's undeserving of that. Me, personally, and... one of our friends agree with this. It's just, when the credits rolled, it was just kind of well, that's it. I guess it was one of those things...
Did it pull a Spider-Man 3 on you?
No, I wouldn't even say that. It was just one of those things I think, I and our friend expected him to go to more games, or see more of that sort of thing, interaction with other games. And you don't really get that, so there's that. And it's just one of the other things for me is basically it's your be proud of who you are, teach kids that lesson movie. And it's whatever, I could deal with that.
Right.
It's an animated movie, it's bound to teach a kid a lesson. And they do it pretty well. Whatever. But they get to a point, there's the main plot point of Ralph wanting to change and blah. And then there's the secondary character wanting to do something, I won't say for spoiler, but it's basically it's stated in a way to make it a plot point that she's this way, this happens, it'll change this way, but that's not a bad thing.
Right.
So, movie, that happens.
Sorry.
That happens, everything changes.
Right.
But then she still has that one thing.
Still has the one thing.
Seemingly as a choice, it kind of goes back to the be proud of what you are thing. And like I said, I get that, but it's you just establish that as a plot point. And this is in the span of 15 minutes. You know, like where they establish it, it happens, and then it's like, well, she still
doesn't do anything.
Okay. That kind of threw me off. But that's just me personally. Overall, I'd say at least give it a shot.
They could go back to that in the sequel, dude.
So, I mean, it's good, and they, you know.
I noticed they kind of touch on like a Gears of War-ish character, I guess, the blonde.
The hero's duty. It's making fun of a lot of things. Like, it's making fun of Gears, Halo.
I know there's a lot of characters that's in it.
Sort of yes and sort of no. They're in it.
Yeah.
If you know where to look.
Well, I know
the only ones that actually like get screen time, quote unquote, is like the ones you see in the trailer and the bad guy meeting, and the one, even though it doesn't mention it by name, but because of his actions, kind of he looks like a cyborg in trailer. That's pretty much supposed to be Kano. And then you hear Ryu and Ken talk as the arcade closes and they're like leaving their game. You hear Sonic talk in a kind of video kiosk sort of thing.
But it's not.
And you hear Hubert talk.
Hubert talks?
Well, yeah. But other than that, it's just, oh, look in the background. Yeah, and I think that kind of, that's kind of like I was saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad movie, but
it's like Disney can do it good. Give it to Japan, they'll probably make it better.
But it's worth seeing. But it's like I said, me personally, it just missed something.
Wasn't worth a midnight launch showing kind of thing.
Definitely not. I mean, catch it at a matinee, but it is a good kids movie at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And hopefully next week I'll be able to catch Man with the Iron Fist, which has been getting kind of mixed reviews.
I want to see that. I do.
I don't care. I just want to see violence. So I mean, it's whatever.
It's Quentin Tarantino, and
so yeah,
I'm a fan of Kill Bill. So
it's like Kill Bill written by RZA. So I mean, it's like
but it looks great.
It looks cool.
That'll be good. I will see it. I'll probably definitely buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray.
Something, yeah.
So.
But yeah, so that about do it.
It's a small, short, 10-minute short episode.
Well, it's not as much to talk about.
Yeah, like I said, the holiday season's coming. So a lot of games.
If you don't know about the games coming out, we don't know what to tell you. Don't come here for that kind of information.
I mean, pretty much your biggest releases are hitting to this week and next week.
You can't miss it, especially if you own an Xbox.
Of course, WWE 13 also came out this week, which I'm trying to figure out how to get also on top of all this madness, but.
Yes.
Eventually, when I get it, we are planning to do a Roundtable's Battleground.
Yeah.
Maybe do some creative characters on that. Hopefully, the owner of this 360 over here will let me bring my profile.
Oh yeah, you can just bring a flash drive, I think.
Yeah.
I don't care. As long as I don't break my Xbox.
Or we might play some Dead or Alive before that. Maybe.
Bring over a fighting game I've never played.
Well. I've only played it a few times. But anyway, hopefully I might broadcast something. I'm planning to. I might broadcast.
And hopefully
Sleeping Dogs tonight.
This video will also be uploaded on his channel soon.
There's an edited special version, just to try it out.
Well, actually, I still got last week's. I can send that one to you if nothing else. So, because he got a little...
is it smaller than 4 gigs?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But anyway, until next time, it's been episode 22 of The Roundtable. For now, until the table falls apart. What?
Yeah, a little.
Chris Farley is caffeine. I haven't drank Coke in a while.
Yeah, a little bit of a. Oh, God. Goodbye.
Goodbye.